time on and time off. You should have a hold time. Let's say 10. Rest time 5. Gonna do that. And you're gonna say
It's uncharacteristical.
all right, so I'm going to tell you what my settings are. My settings are max 12, min 5, hold time is 10, rest time is 5. It is going to be intermittent. So this is the pattern. This thing will show you the pattern of it, which is kind of cool. It'll show you how it's going to stair step, then it's going to hold, drop back down and rest completely, then come back up. So I'm going to start. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. We're going to start. So this is going to start off slow. Again, just like the other one did, but now we're on intermittent, so it's going to release a little bit more. The other one, it's not going to be sequential like the other one. Not sequential, but the other one just built on it. It was progressive. It just built on it. This one's going to actually release you and then come back. Okay, that's intermittent. The idea is that, what's the idea when we're thinking about intermittent? Now, what's happening? What's happening as far as mechanically in the spine? Is the disc.
Pulling it apart. And then
it's pulling it apart, right? What does that do?
stretching and releasing pressure on the nerve.
Right, exactly. Releases pressure on the nerve, but it also it's making negative space, right?
Suck everything in.
Yeah, it's making this negative space, so everything that's nutrient is going to rush into there, right? It's going to go in, right, through that process of, what is it called again?
Hydrostatic.
Hydrostatic versus osmotic, right? So hydrostatic pressure is going to create this sucking, activity going into that space, and then the osmosis is going to push it back out. That's healthy, right? How are we doing so far? You made it through your first cycle. Good? Okay, so I'm getting used to this little crazy machine right here. But a couple things I noticed about this too that are just safety features. I noticed that the whole machine, this whole rig, is like screwed onto this with this big knob back here. And if you get curious and you start screwing up around with that knob back here, don't. Because the whole machine is onto that, right? It'll slip off. Yeah. Okay. And it looks like this has another angle adjustment back here. Is that right?
Yeah.
There's another angle adjustment. So you can do this with this machine, not just this, but you can do this with it, which is kind of cool. All right, how are we doing so far? You feel any pressure?
Yeah.
You do. All right. Is it just from Joe looking at you, or is it the traction? Yeah. All right.
Thanks, Joe.
At the machine?
All right. So,
Check it out.
has anybody ever had traction on them? No?
Awesome.
Yeah. You have it on your back? Yeah. Most of the times in the clinics don't use it even, like I said, not even a little bit enough. If you guys want to look into this, study your stuff, study your notes, study your book, because this can be a really, really powerful tool. And if you become good at it, believe me, most therapists are shy of it. Most PTs don't like to mess around with this too much. First of all, they talk about, DPTs talk a lot about research, right? The research is inconclusive. You read this in your text. The research is inconclusive as to whether or not this is as effective as not doing it. Okay? But we still use traction because it's actually been proven that we've gotten some real positive results. So the evidence is actually supports using traction. It's just not enough of it for it to meet the standards that they have today as far as what considers to be like, a real reliable study.
Something better than this that is reliable?
The only after this
surgery.
After this is surgery.
Yeah, but that's like the
Right.
fusion of the. Yeah, that's.
And but I'm saying for you guys, what you want to remember is you can become, by you guys mastering stuff that's pretty much marginalized in the clinic. I mean, they marginalize manual therapy, believe it or not. manual therapy is not, I mean, even though a lot of therapists use it, they use it very limited ways. Okay, they don't use petrissage a lot. They'll tell you that's massage. You know, but if you learn to do it the right way, okay, everything, all of the different techniques, it can be very, very effective with your patients, and your physical therapist is going to come to rely on you a lot because you can master these things. These things that, like I said, they think they're archaic. They think that they don't even ultrasound. Believe me, when you use ultrasound the right way, it's used so poorly that most people don't think about how effective it can be. But when you learn how to use it just right, just by learning these basic fundamental things like traction, ultrasound, manual therapy, you can be a very powerful clinician, you know, very powerful one. People will come to you and take your patients to you. So keep it in mind. How are we doing? Still alive?
Yeah.
For now, I'm still impatient.
The reimbursement is not much from what.
See what?
The reimbursement is not much from what I used to be. Is that a problem?
You know what I found though? I found that if you treat patients and if you get them well, your reimbursements, they'll dip first and then they'll go up. Because they'll tell everybody about going to that clinic. You got to go to that clinic. Patients. No, patients. See, insurance companies, they follow their patients. They want those souls, those lives in their insurance company. So wherever those patients go, that's what they want to be interested in. All right? And they go by patient satisfaction scores. You know, that's big now. You guys will read more and more about that as you go forward. But you'll see clinics on their website. You'll see websites with clinics' names, and they'll have patient satisfaction scores on them. And that's what the insurance companies are going to base their reimbursement rates on. They're going to say, you know, hey, sorry, but you don't really meet the bar. You know, and if Medicare ever finds that you're lacking in your patient satisfaction scores or other, you know, kind of soft subjective measurements, then you'll find that, you know, your clinic won't be used anymore. Because, yeah. So there's a lot of kind of intangibles that you don't get reimbursed on, but they have a lot to do with you being able to stay in business and be able to provide care.
It's like your Yelp scores or something.
Exactly, Yelp scores. Exactly, Yelp scores.
Yelp.
Yeah. I mean, I use it. I mean, I'm embarrassed sometimes that I won't make up my own mind. You know, I'll just go on like, you know, nobody's going to tell me. You know, and I'm like, I better go peek at it real quick because it's in a bad neighborhood. But you start driving close. Yo. But yeah, or I'll add to it. I'd added to it a couple times. Not positively. Where, you know, get bad service and stuff, and sorry. So, you know, people are looking at what we do, and it gets out there to the public. So these things are so fundamentally good to do. They're so, I mean, they're not as esoteric as some of the latest, greatest, you know, therapeutic technique. I mean, God knows we want to learn every single one of those, but those are esoteric, meaning, you know, there's like a lot of nuances to that, whereas this stuff is solid. And believe me, a lot of people just do not master it like they should. Okay, I'm coming up on the end of the road. How we doing?
Great.
Did it pull?
No.
It did. And you felt it relax?
No.
And you felt it pull?
No.
So, why don't we do this after this one? We'll have you guys take a setup on the two of these, and you guys are going to be two at a time. We'll do 2-minute cycles. How about that? 2-minute cycles? Let's do 5-minute cycles. 5-minute cycles of cervical. How many of us are there?
Like 20-something, 20.
Okay, we might be able to get away with that. It's a 6. It's cooked. All right, so how we doing? Okay. I'm not used to all this plastic either. Like the old machines are like heavy metal, you know? Huh? Yeah, you gotta crank them. Okay. All right. And just relax here for a second, sir. Tighten it loosely. I'm not doing this. Can't tell.
That's heavy.
Yeah. There we go. Surprised this doesn't go out more. You notice that? Mine's going back. Okay. All right. So, okay. So we're going to do a static. And come up, sir. Legs off the table. Just rest it for a moment. Don't get up right away. Make sure you're here. All right. And you make them off. Okay, so I'm